Radiation, incident radiation, whatever from the sun is there, is of no use. Because its intensity is less. Therefore, you feel some coldness in the morning as well inside. Whereas, whatever you are going to see on the white screen, that is what in some hours, during the time only we can extract the energy from the sunrays. This is not easy to imagine. Sunrays, in the sunrays we cannot get all kinds of energy. And during night time we cannot get energy. But even though the sun is there, but during morning as well as inside we cannot get that in energy to our extent because its intensity is very less. Intensity is very less. Whereas during the peak time, that means around 10 o'clock or within the 3 o'clock. In these times, we can get maximum amount of energy for our bodies. And this is somewhat conversions that we heard after that in the problem solving. And this is what the graph, which can be asked in your examination also. Write a note on solar radiation. They are asked it. Write this diagram. Sun rays from the sun, rays are falling. Two lines are falling directly.
Good morning, all.
To directly reach the earth surface.
Okay, right now I'll start the class. Okay, as we already discussed in the last class, okay, in a present worth comparison method, okay, there are the two types we are going to subdivide it into. One is revenue dominated cash flow diagram and cost dominated cash flow diagram. I'll just briefly go through the last class what I explained. Okay, here in a revenue dominated class cash flow diagram, when you are going to draw that, okay, you just go through the sentences which is given in the question. Okay, always you have to take, okay, these you just to concentrate on the direction in which you draw in the cash flow diagram, because in a downward direction always we say that it is a negative and upward direction in a positive values. Okay, in a revenue dominated negative value, it should be a downward direction, and upward direction we take it as a positive directions. Okay, these are the revenues, these are the cash inflow, we can say that it's a positive value, and it is a negative value, it is a cash outflow. And this is the formula we are going to use to find out the present worth of a given interest period, okay, for the different alternatives what we are going to select. Okay, minus p because it is a downward direction, plus r1 in a positive direction, then p by a in, p by a, p we have to which is already, we can take it the value from by using a compound interest table. Okay, directly I and n is given, then you are going to get the value for this bracket, by using the compound interest table. Okay, revenue dominated, you remember that. Okay, whenever you are going to get the values, okay, simply remember that if you are giving a money to someone, you require some interest. Okay, you require when you're going to give a money or depositing money in a bank, always we are going to think monthly I want this much of amount from the bank as a interest. Okay, that is a revenue dominated, because once it is outflow, after that the whatever the time period, it is a cash inflow. Okay, then comes to the cost dominated cash flow diagram. Remember here the value, the positive and negative values are very very important. Okay, in the cost dominated, okay, the negative value is upward direction, whatever the direction it shows in upward direction, that is negative. whatever a downward direction shows, that is positive value. Okay, in a cost dominated, you are easily you are going to get it whether this problem is related to cash or cost dominated or revenue dominated by analyzing the question. Okay, whatever the statement they given as a problem, in that it is definitely it will give a idea whether it is a revenue dominated or cost dominated. Based on that, you have to draw the cash flow diagram. After drawing a cash flow diagram, you will come to know that what is the formula you have to use, how we are going to write down the formula. Okay, without knowing this cash flow diagram, without drawing a cash flow diagram, you can't write any equations for this particular present worth comparison methods. Clear? Now this is the formula we are going to use. This is positive, this is positive, positive, positive. At the end year, when I am going to say that as always value, then this upward direction it become negative value. Say this minus s 1 divided by 1 plus I raised to n. Okay. Now this is P by F in because it is a future amount. Okay, you just see that here P by A I took it for 1, 2, 3, 4 cost. Okay, whatever the cost up to n number I took it P by A in. But at the nth time period, whatever the savings I am going to talk about, that is a future sum of the amount. That's why I'm going to write minus S into bracket P by F in. F is a future sum of the amount. Okay, now you just see that in a cost dominated. Okay, now if I'm going to say that right now, okay, after 10 years I'm going to save 2 lakh rupees. Now what it become? Right now you don't have a 2 lakh rupees, but after 10 years you are saying that I'm going to save 2 lakh rupees. That is the future sum of the amount. That's why we have to find out is P by F I N. Okay, this is a cost dominated cash flow. In the last class, I already explained one problem which is related to revenue dominated cash flow diagram. Just to see that in this table, if they mention revenue, then you remember that it is a revenue dominated cash flow diagram you have to draw. Okay, if they given a maintenance cost, if or is annual cost, if they mention cost, then you remember that that is a cost dominated cash flow diagram. Is it clear? Now, remember only one thing, revenue or cost. Okay, based on this, which technology we have to implement in the organization to get a good production operation system, that is I explained in our last class. Okay, now today I'm going to solve one more problem which is related to the cost dominated cash flow. Now you just see here, an engineer has to bid, has 2 bids for an elevator to be installed in the building. Okay, you want to install a elevator in his building, but he got a 2 bids, that is we got as a quotations. Okay, whenever you are going to purchase anything, you are going to see a number of alternatives. Based on that, which one is better, you are going to select. No, the same procedure here also. An engineer has 2 bids for an elevator to be installed in the building. The details of the bids for the elevator are as follows. Okay. Initiate some electron movement from. Okay, now you just see this. Bid the alpha elevator and beta elevator. These are the 2 bids which is given by alpha and beta. Okay, then initial cost of that elevator is initial cost for implementing, that is 4,50,000 alpha they given and beta they given 5,40,000. Okay, then service life they given for 15 years, 15 years both. I told that no, there is a 2 more problems. One is equal life, unequal life. This comes in a equal life. In the last class also, whatever the problem I solved, that is also equal life. Okay. Now, annual operation and maintenance cost. Remember this word, cost.
This instrument can be
Got it? In the last problem, they given annual income they given, but here he mentioned cost. That means annually the person has to spend on that maintenance of the elevator, that is 27,000 and 28,500. Okay, this is the initial cost before installing the elevator in his building. They given this quotation, that is 4,50,000, and every month year they have to spend 20,000, 27,000 as an annual maintenance cost. For beta they given 28,500 annual maintenance cost. Okay, for 15 years they are going to give a service. Okay, determine which bid should be accepted based on the present worth method comparison, assuming 15% interest rate compounded annually. Okay, now we have to give a conclusion which one is the better for them, better for that person to install this elevator in his building. Okay, now first I'm going to start with the alpha elevator. Okay, first I'm going to start with the alpha elevator. Here, bid 1, initial cost, that is p value. This is p value they given.
screws adjustment will be screws adjustment is
Okay, that is for like 50,000 at the 0th time period. Okay, second, at the first year he's going to spend as an annual maintenance and operation cost, that is 27,000. For, thank you, for second year again he has to spend 27, 27, 27, up to how many years? N number of years, that is 15 years he has to spend 27,000 every year as an annual maintenance. Is it clear? Now you have to draw the cash flow diagram based on the data which is given. Okay, just give me 1 minute time.
first one is under acceptance is around 5 degrees. Inside that 5 degrees, whatever the radiation, how you are the surface.
Okay, at the first year I have to spend 27,000, 27, 27 like that. Up to n number of years, that is 15 years, I'm going to spend 27,000. Okay. Now what it becomes? It becomes a cost dominated cash flow diagram. We call it as a cash because all are cost. There is no any income they is going to get because it is a annual maintenance cost. That's why it is a cost dominated cash flow diagram you have to draw. Okay. Now at the rate of interest 15% for 15-year life, at the annual maintenance is 27,000. This is the cash flow diagram you have to draw first. Based on this, you have to write down the formula. Okay, you just go through here. A present worth of a above cash flow diagram is computed as present worth for 15%. Okay, or you have to use PW for bit 1. Is it clear? Now, initial investment is 4,50,000 plus 27,500 annual maintenance charge P by A, 15%, 15 years. Okay, why I am taking positive values here? Okay, in a cost dominated negative, sorry, downward direction, you take it as a positive, and upward direction, you have to take it as a negative. Is it clear? Okay, now you just see this. Is a cost dominated, then negative downward direction, we have to take it as a positive direction. That's why 4,50,000 plus 27,000 is an annual operation maintenance charge or cost. Then P by A. Why it is P is a present worth we have to find out. A is a annual maintenance charge. This is annual maintenance charge. That's why P by A I N. Clear?
Other source of energy, that means if you we are going to measure
See, one more thing, you just remember that once you enter the class, don't leave the class before completion. Okay, every time I can't admit you. Okay, once you again and again you are leaving the class. Remember. Okay, now based on this, I'm going to get a 6,07,879.80 rupees as a present worth of a bid one. Okay, alpha elevators. Okay, similarly for beta, you have to find out second one. P is given 5,40,000. Annual operation maintenance cost they given 28,500. 15 years, 15%. The same thing you have to draw at 0 time period initial investment, that is P is equal to 5,40,000, and every year he is going to spend 28,500 rupees up to 15 years at the rate of interest 15%. Now the present worth of above cash flow diagram is computed as the same thing. You can write it as a PW bid 2 or 15%. You can also write it. Okay. Now 5,40,000 plus 28,500 P by A 1515. You are going to get this value. Okay. From the compound interest table. Okay, 5.8474. Now you are going to get the present worth of bid 2 7,06,650.90. Okay, now the conclusion we have to write. What is the conclusion? Okay, which one we have to select? In a previous problem, we selected a present worth of a highest value of a present worth of a different alternative you selected. Okay, revenue dominated. But here we have to select a lowest present worth of the alternative. Okay, see this. Alpha elevator has to select. Okay, this is the conclusion for or whether the present worth of alpha elevator is less than the beta elevator. That's why alpha elevator is selected, because cost dominated. For example, I will tell you one small story to understand this one. Okay, whenever you are going to do any job, okay, now I'm always thinking how much salary I'm getting. Okay, there is a two alternative. I will tell you TCS and Infosys. Okay, TCS offering 50,000 salary per month and Infosys offering 48,000 per month. Okay, obviously which one you are going to select? 50,000 rupees salary, whoever they are giving, that is you are going to select, because you are getting revenue, that is cash inflow to you. Okay, this is a quite normal. Okay, in a revenue dominant, always the cash inflow, always we are going to select highest value. Okay, now you are giving a one contract to a two alternative. Okay, for example, ಈಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನೀವು ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರ. Okay, when you are going to give a contract for the two alternative A1 and A2. Okay, now you kept 8 lakh rupees for that particular work. Okay, you are already decided, now I have to spend 8 lakh rupees. Now A1 they given 7,80,000 rupees is going to finish that work. Okay, and A2 they given 8,30,000 rupees. Okay, now which one you are going to give that order? Okay, that is 7,80,000, because you already kept a 8 lakh rupees. No, then this comes within your budget. Then you are going to give that contract to this A1 alternative. Like that, it is a cost dominated. whenever cash is going out from you are always selecting lower. Okay, whenever you are getting a profit, then you are always thinking higher. Okay, revenue dominated and cash dominated or cost dominated. Is it clear? Like that, you have to select a lesser one because the cost dominated, and alternative, that is alpha elevator is chosen. And this is the conclusion compulsory you have to write at the end of the problem, because it consists 1 marks. Okay, don't waste that 1 marks by without writing this conclusion. Is it clear? Any doubt in this part? Anyone have a doubt? You just unmute your audio. Those who have a doubt. If you don't have any doubt, any one person you just tell that sir no, then I will proceed for the next problem. Anyone is there? Say compulsory you are going to get one problem from this part. That's why I'm telling you, because it is, if you are not understanding this one, it's very difficult. Okay. If no doubts, you just any one person, you just unmute your audio and tell me that sir, go for the next, then I will start the next slide.
No doubt, sir. Proceed.
Okay. Okay. Okay, now the next problem, I'm not going to solve the entire problem. I'll give the hint and you have to solve that problem. Okay. I will present it. And a small scale company wants to buy a milling machine. Okay. There's a one company is there, they want to buy milling machine. Okay, and that he has 3 machines in the view, because he have a 3 alternative: machine 1, machine 2, machine 3. He has a 3 alternative from 3 different manufacturers. Okay, the initial investment, annual revenue, salvage value, and the life of the machine are given in the table. Okay, now you just see that initial investment, annual revenue, salvage value, and life of the equipment. Machine 1, those who are manufacturers, they are sending machine 1, they given that initial investment 48,500, annual revenue you can earn 15,000, and you can save 5,000 rupees at the end of n number of periods, whatever the life period, that is the n, its value is 7. Okay, for similarly second and third. Okay, now I have to tell the person which machine you have to select from which manufacturer. Clear? Because always remember this first point, it is a equal life. It is not an unequal life, it is an equal life problem. Second, here the given revenue and salvage value, that means it is a revenue dominated cash flow diagram you have to draw. Okay, and third, you have to find present worth for machine 1, 2, and 3, and you have to give the final conclusion which machine we have to tell him to purchase. Okay, that is we have to select, okay, maximum value of present worth for 3 machines. Select a maximum value of a present worth for which machine we are getting. Okay, these are the 4 conditions you have to remember when you are going to solve these problems. First one, you have to say that see that whether it is equal life. Okay, then it's good, equal life is there. It is a revenue dominator, yes, because it is a revenue and salvage value they given. and is a present worth for machine 2, you have to find out individually. Then maximum value out of 3, a present worth for machine 1, present worth for machine 1, machine 2, and machine 3, you have to find out. Okay, which one you are getting greater value, then you have to select that is a that conclusion you have to write down present worth for a higher value. Okay, now go to the start with the first problem. First machine 1, that is machine 1, just write down. Okay, given data, first one initial investment, that is P value they given, that is 48,500. It is already given here. Huh? Initial investment is cash outflow. The annual revenue, how much he is getting? 15,000, that is cash inflow. That means he is getting amount. Then life is 7 years, and rate of interest they given 14%. Okay, I they given 14%. Now we have to write down the, and salvage value they given 5,000 rupees he is going to save. Okay, at the end of time period after 7 years. Okay, now go through the cash flow diagram here. This is a P, this is A, and this is N is equal to 7, at I is equal to 14%. Clear? Now we just write down the equation for this present worth for machine 1. Okay, now it is a revenue dominated, that means first what we are going to write? P, whether it is a positive or negative, it is negative value. Okay, because downward direction, this is negative value, and this one become positive value. Okay, plus A into bracket P by A I N. But here one more thing is there. After this salvage value, how much they given? 5,000 rupees. Is getting at 7th year also is getting 15,000 revenue. But above this you have to draw one more upward direction, that is 5,000, that is plus, okay, S into bracket P by F I N. This is the formula you have to write. Minus P plus A is 15,000 into bracket P by A I N. Okay, then S is positive because it is in upward direction, because it is a revenue dominated cash flow diagram. Then P by F I N. Now substitute the value of these things. Minus 48,500 plus A is 15,000 and P by A I is 14, N is 7 plus S is 5,000. Okay, P by F 14, 7. Now you can get the values for these two by using component interest table. Substitute into this equation, you are going to get something PW equal to machine 1 some values. Clear? Okay, you are getting them for machine 1 is some values you are getting here. Okay, and this present worth for machine 1. Okay, similarly for the second one, 52,000 outflow, inflow is 17, 7 years 14, and 7,200 rupees also a salvage value you are getting. Okay, just ignore all these things, don't use the formulas separately and solve the problems. Okay, it will take more time and you are going to lose maximum time. Okay, just don't go about these things, you just remember this given data and draw the cash flow diagram. Now here also you can say yes is equal to 7,200. Okay, in some textbooks they given, okay, they miss something and they are not solve the problems accurately. That's why I'm taking only a problem. Okay, now you have to write down the formula again. Present worth for machine 2 minus P plus A into bracket P by A I N, same, there is no need change. Okay, S P by F I, and only the changes values minus 52,000 plus 17,000. P by A, I is 14, N is 7, plus 7,200, P by F, 14, 7. You just go to 14% table, I, and find out the column N column, that is the first column. Okay, then I is a table number. Table, you have to select I is equal to 14%. In a class mode question. Okay, then you are going to get some values PW for machine 2. Some value you are going to get it by substituting these values into this equation. Okay, then directly calculate it. You are going to get PW for machine 2. Okay, then here don't see these things. Okay, it will take maximum time and time wastage. Examination, directly you are going to get a component interest table, find out the values by using CIT, that is component interest table, and solve this. Okay, now for the third one. Okay, what is third? P is equal to for machine third. P is equal to, sorry, PW machine 3 is equal to minus P, same thing you have to write on again. A, P by A, I N plus S, P by F, I N. Okay, minus P is, that is 62,500. Okay, then 20,000 into bracket P by A, I is 14,7 plus what is the S? S value they given 9,300 into bracket P by F 14,7. Now you just go through the PW machine 3, then easily you are going to one more answer. Okay, something you are going to get this one. Okay, now you just see that there is the conclusion here already given that the above calculation present work machine 3 is highest among all machines. Okay, machine 1, machine 2, and machine 3. Okay, you are getting machine 3 value is highest. Okay, among all the machines, thus company is suggested to buy machine 3. Okay, because it is revenue dominated. Highest present worth you have to find about the alternative. Clear? This is the one more type of the problem, that's a revenue dominated cash flow diagram. Okay, see that when I'm going to solve these problems, you just have a component interest table with you. Okay, because what happens if I'm telling these things, you will understand right now. But when in the future, when you're going to see these problems, you will come in confusion because which one we have to select. Why they are taken this P by F, why he is taken P by E. Okay, that is very, very difficult to understand at that moment. Is it clear? That's why you just keep the component interest table when I'm going to solve these problems with you. Clear? Okay, now one more problem I'm going to solve, that is a cost dominated cash flow diagram. Then I will stop it here and tomorrow I'll continue the unequal life how we are going to solve. Okay. Now a construction company received 2 bids for an elevator. Okay. Same problem, only change in the values. Remember. Okay, to install their newly constructed apartment, the details which are given as it follows. Okay. Initial cost for first alternative, second alternative they given 5,80,000, 6,40,000. Service life, we see the 15 because it is a equal life problem. First condition, equal life. Second condition, then annual operation and maintenance cost. Second one is cost dominated. Okay, because they given cost. Third one is present worth. You have to find out for alternative 1 and alternative 2. Fourth one, now you have to select the present worth which is less than the alternative. Okay, then alternative 1 or less than alternative 2, or alternative 2 is less than alternative 1. You have to select the present worth which has a less present worth. You have to select that one. Okay, determine the best bid based on the present worth method of the comparison, assuming 12% interest rate. Okay, now 5,80,000, then 29,500, 15 years, 12% annual income. Okay, now you just see that it is a 5,80,000 positive value because it is a cost dominated, plus all are downward direction. Okay, these are all positive values because downward direction, because the cost dominated. Okay, don't forget this. P by A I N, and substitute the values. You are going to get 7,80,000 for alternative 1. For similarly, write down the given data and draw the values and substitute the values into this equation. Okay, you are going to get some values over there. Okay, I think I have not taken that final answer. For PW alternative 2, you are going to get some values. Out of that, you have to select lower value present worth has to be selected. Okay, this is P, this is A, this is N, I is equal to 12%. Okay, P by AIN is P by A 12, 15. 12 number table you have to go to the I is equal to 12 number table. Then first column it is should be a N value, that is 15th in the first column, and take that row. This is N, this is 15, and this row, and where that P by A IN column, where it meets that value you have to select. Clear? Is it clear? Is there any doubt till anyone? Complete. Unmute.
Yes, sir.
Okay, is there any doubt?
No, sir.
The concept is clear. Which one is revenue dominated, cost dominated?
Yes, sir. Little bit, sir.
Little bit. Why?
Up to 70%, sir.
That's why I'm asking, if anyone have a doubt, you just ask me. Clarify those things, no, right now.
So once again, I have to read, so it will be fully clarified, sir.
Okay, whether I'm explaining clearly or not.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, and one more thing I just want to tell you. Now I'm going to stop this because for unequal life, I required more time to clarify things, because it will take there's a one proper procedure for that one is there. Okay, it will take more time because you have a next hour, next class also. Okay, don't leave the meeting right now. Okay, I just want to give one more information. Okay. In a last week, in a last Saturday, we conducted one day SDP. There's a MBA HOD. They given one presentation regarding why economics is important for your engineering student. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I'm just sending a one feedback form, sharing in your group. Okay. Just everyone, those who are present and those who are not present in this class, you just inform them to give that feedback. Those who attended, I think maybe 40 students you are attended. Okay, you just give a feedback of that particular event we conducted. Okay, there's a one link which is shared. You just open your WhatsApp. Okay, in that WhatsApp there's a one link I shared. Okay, you just please give that feedback, fill that feedback form. Okay, within a 10 or 15 minutes. Okay, they given a 15 minutes time to fill that. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Okay. 1 second, wait, don't leave the meeting because I'll take the attendance of this video, those who are present here. Okay, in this video, I'm going to take all these names, don't worry. I'll find your USN number and I'll give the attendance for those things. And everyone, okay, compulsory, you have to give that feedback. Okay, after that particular STP we conducted on that Saturday morning at 9 to 11 a.m. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now you have to leave the meeting.